big thank you to Apollo Projects for providing the funding to have Apollo run this program. Not only for us, but all the other schools, it makes a big difference to get some kids more active. The funding from Apollo has been spread across 14 team trips this year. It's been a big help to them, and they're really appreciative of Apollo for being able to provide it for us.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather 20 years ago.
Whoops, running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.
From us, it's a huge thank you to New Zealand Carbon Farming. The opportunities and the sponsorship that's been provided is pretty crucial for our school.
We're buying new volleyball gear, so volleyball nets, balls, and the stands to attach the volleyball nets to the floor. Volleyball is a very popular sport. Kids find it to be fun.
We'd just like to thank you from Taupo New High School. See.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass up.
Countdown to straight. Ah! Hell, I can't do this. Alright, ready? Yep. Are you like pull down your onions? I'm gonna run out to the field. Up the Monga, let's go. And the fish. Did you guys get to pick which one you wanted, bro? The sandwiches? Oh, let's get one each? Yeah. No, but I mean, but did you guys get to pick which ones you wanted, or? Yeah. So you just got a general. The secret energy booster is Meatball? Just meatball and cheese. That's it, but with extra sauce. Wait, there you are. Here comes the Goon Squad. Yeah. Watch out. Hey, remember the speaker's on, so if you're cussing or anything, it's going to pick it up. Which school are you guys, bud?
Wellington Girls.
Oh, nice. Trip good?
Yeah, loved it. Loved it. Had a few games.
Oh, so how many games you got for the haka?
Yeah, you can. 7. 2 on Tuesday.
Perfect. Is there, how many schools all up?
32.
And so what?
Final game.
3 pools? Does anyone know anyone's name for start familiar? Just that one name of it.
8 pools, round robin, and then they go.
Just the name's name, just the name.
Go, Emily!
Not this year.
But you're in the fun.
These teams are fun.
Go, Maya!
Oh, really? Who's this?
Mags and Berdine.
Berdine. Oh, really?
Blue.
Huh. That's about almost September.
Go, Danielle!
Up the was!
Up the Rabbitohs.
Come on, the Warriors.
Yeah, bro. Up the Warriors. Up the Monga. Try goes look a little bit better.
If we could just try to move back as far as we can, ladies. I know we're trying to support, but
please.
yeah, my AIs just need to be able to see. Sorry, ladies.
Told you, Tommy.
Sorry, guys. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Keep an eye on the game, guys, because a ball in my face.
Feels like a flip.
You guys just be prepared. My AI doesn't going to be down there line, so try to go close to this is Berdine that.
Kenny, have you got any messages for our listeners?
Oh, the Hurricanes.
Our listeners? Cheers. You got any messages for our listeners?
You're close to them.
Hey, how come you gotta sing it? Is it pop school? Go. What's that?
No, this is like I'll say ha, so funny.
Te ahua nei kua whai piro. Mount Albert wearing the white.
Come on, man. I didn't see that.
Nau mai hara mai ki tēnei hōtaka o tātou kei runga i a whakāta Māori ko Bronson Pera Tahau e kōrero ana kia koutou kei raro i te maru o tō tāta maunga tūpuna a Tauhara. We have two teams playing on this field today, Mount Albert Grammar and Berdine College. Mount Albert Grammar wearing light blue and Berdine College wearing white.
They're a small team, so they have to be more skillful.
And in this match we have Westlake Girls High School taking on St Kentigern's. Westlake Girls being on Auckland's North Shore and St Kentigern's being in East Auckland. 0-0 to Westlake Girls and St Kentigern's at this time. Both teams getting to know each other. Those initial few minutes, like a pōwhiri. Westlake Girls. Westlake Girls wearing red, green and white. St Kentigern's wearing royal blue and white.
Where is she? Go outside. They wanted to sing this outside.
Mount Albert Grammar defending against Barradine. Mount Albert played a great game yesterday. The Blue Lions of Central Auckland. Barradine College of the Sacred Heart is in Remuera. So we've got the best of Central Auckland taking on the premium teams of the wealthy spots of Auckland. Waikahua Waikatohu, ko wai te toa I tēnei ata tonu. Now of course, Mags are well known for their blue, the blue line being part of their uniform, but unfortunately baby blue with white numbers makes for bad visibility on a day like this. One of the few that do stand out is number 15, Victoria Fatiaki of Mags.
Most of it. Just saying, like, we're trying to stay on the speaker as much as we can. Can you turn that camera around on these covers on though? Let's go! My man gonna be good.
Barradine crosses the ball over to goal, and can they turn that into another point? Not quite.
They spread, it's like rugby, they spread the field well.
Garradine College, sporting the white, the gold trim along the sides, and Mags wearing their characteristic baby blue. Their logo, of course, being the blue lion. Mags standing for Albert Grammar School. A few are norm to come up Garradine. Yeah, after the pool, we know Andy. Victoria Fatiaki taking advantage of her height to hit the ball. And the Mags Kaitiaki catches that attempted goal. Even though Mags are down by a point, make no mistake, this is a decent team. Had the pleasure of watching them play yesterday.
No, Jess, don't. Moving girls. You got math? Taupo. Oh, sorry, guys.
Mags went up against Tony Taupo College yesterday.
That's my class. Wait, over. Pressure!
That's why I say, even though they're down by a point in the first few minutes of this game, make no mistake, the Blue Lions are in for the win, and they haven't contemplated comfortably.
Cheers.
Yeah, Shay, you got the one behind you? Yeah. Paul, you got... Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, just keep up the chat, girls. You're doing so good.
Pop, watch orange food. Pop, orange food.
I thought they were talking about the other two, the Thomas.
You got her car?
Yeah, because they spot my name there. Every morning they write out their book. Let's go, Mags. They don't want it.
Stay with us, Jess. Jess, stay with us. Stay with us.
Go on.
Good ball.
Nice.
Garradine continue with their assault. Blue Lions refusing to give up, having yielded a point so early in the game. They're not really for giving up anymore.
I'll try, man. Let me have Subway cookies as well. Wait, guys, one of you here, one of you here. Girls, just sit or play our game 5 feet. We need to move quicker.
Let's go, Max.
Can you just cover in there? Okay.
Mags player looking for some directions from her team. Referee calls penalty.
In this game. Yeah, we're back to this now. Where are you going?
Rosie Robson, number 9, running away from Stella Nolan, number 3 for Mags. And a bit of trivia for you, those of us that are familiar with Auckland schools. Mount Albert Grammar School, M-A-G-S, spells Mags. Epsom Girls Grammar, E-G-G-S, spells eggs. And Auckland Girls Grammar School spells E-G-G-S, as in eggs. So we have eggs, Mags, and eggs. Piper O'Neill, number 4 for the Blue Lions, has the ball. Throws into her compadre.
Yep, 0-2. Good job!
Garradine putting up still stiff resistance against an attempted counter-attack on the part of the Blue Lions. Will the Blue Lions be able to equalise this game? Or wai kahua, waikato, or wai anō? Barradine trying to counter-attack, trying to get back into play. And this ball prop. Oh, yes, and it goes out.
That's one try for me. She will be tired. So funny.
Blue Lions continue to press forward. Te ahua nei, he whana whiu tēnei, he whana koko ngā rā nei. And that's number 5, Nina McFarlane, representing the Blue Lions up corner. She's about to bring it back into play. Ko te pātai ni nui pa manuta mai. Mene e āhei ana, ngā rai ona kikorangi te whai pira. And if Barry didn't have anything to do with it, the answer will be no. Between the Blue Lions and Barradine. And believe it or not, a few decades ago, Mags was actually a boys-only school. One of my cousins, having been raised in Central, she was actually one of the first girls to attend Mags back in the day. But now an entire generation has passed, and this new generation of MAG students are both girls and boys, and they're none the wiser. Never knowing about the restrictions, well, knowing, but never experiencing those restrictions. Ko whana te pōro, tō tika ki te pai u. Ka tonu ana ngā raiona kikorangi ki te whaipira. Aha ko te aukati a Barradine College. The Blue Lions keep pressing for points. Despite the arguments of Barradine College to the contrary. Whiu anō te pōro i roto I te papa whira, te papa tākoro. Kua tukui a Victoria Whaitiaki, a Whaitiaki I te pōro. And Barradine don't hesitate to get in there. Kia Wikitoria Whatiaki anō te pōro, ko te ua me te tokoiti o ngāna kai tautoko, kua whanakira o ki waho. Score to Mags is 0, Barradine College at 1. And we're just coming up to the 17th minute of the first half of Mags and Barradine College. Barradine brings the ball back into play. Mag's defence brings the ball back into the midfield. Midfielders struggling to bring it into their attack. This may be an opportunity. Oh, and we've had a slip and a fall. Looks like a moment of frustration from the Blue Lions. Rosie Robson calling out to her team passionately. But again, let's not underestimate the Blue Lions. They showed how good they were yesterday when they took on at Rangitoto College. Barradine and all with the portal. And here's a bit of trivia for you. A new word which has surfaced for soccer is poi kiri. Kiri being the Māori word for skin. Poi being a word for ball, as in the swinging poise from poie. And the reason we use the term skin ball is because soccer balls are made of leather. And because generally in Te Reo Māori we use the term football for all the different types of football, but to make a point of difference, soccer is now skin ball, or poikiri, I roto I tō tātane reo rangatira. Kea Victoria whatiaki te pōro, pāhi atu ki tāna hoa. Kahana a Barradine ki te aukati, I te kōkiri. A ngā Raiona Kikorangi, the Blue Lions, mounting a determined attack. Barradine continue to counter and push the ball out for a bit of time and space. Close to the goal. Kōkiri ana, ngā Raiona Kikorangi. Kaha ana a Barradine College ki te aukati I tērā kōkiri o ngā Raiona Kikorangi. Ka whana atu ngā kaitiaki ki te hawhe pai mō ngā Raiona. Almost looked like that Daisy Robson was about to run into a foot, but she managed to stop herself in time. Kea te nama whā, ko Piper O'Neill tēnei, o ngā Raiona Kikorangi, kei aia te poro, whiua ki roto, kia Rosie Robson, engari aukati hia e Barradine. Kea Wikitoria whatiaki I nāia nei, kei te hure haere ia, kei te pī karikari tonu ia, kei te peke haere ia. Ka tahi anō ngā Raiona kia whana I te poro, ki te hoki atu ki mua o te paiu, but Barradine College aren't having any of it. Oh, had a bit of a bump there. Oh, that was a nice pass to Rosie Robson from the Blue Lions as they jostle for position. Oh, and that would have been a beautiful goal. You can tell they've practiced that. A cross from the side into the middle with the header for the goal. That was the attempt, and we're probably going to see a bit more of that today. Barradine's goalie has the ball now. She's about to bring it back into play. Ka whana atu ki tētahi o ngā kaitiaki. No. Ka aukati e te kōkiri o Wikitori a Whatiaki. Kia tonu ngā raiona ki kōrangi. Oh, and a missed opportunity. Can the Blue Lions bring it into play? And Barradine say, get out of here. Nā te tuki o ngā raiona, ka puta te pōro ki waho. Coming into halfway across the first half of the Westlake Girls High versus St. Quentin. No points on the board. And again, as I've said in previous games, do not let low scores make you think that these games are low skill. Low scores actually mean high levels of skill. A low score indicates a great defense and wonderful attack on both sides. This game is being brought to you by Whakaata Māori and our sponsors, Apollo Projects, Bailey's, Caltex, and New Zealand Carbon Farming. And Mihi atu kātika, kia ora te katoa. And if you're at work and you don't quite get near a television set and you can't tune into Channel 5, what you want to do is jump on the Whakaata Māori YouTube channel, check them out, look at the football playlist, and you'll see all of the games for the 2023 New Zealand Premier Girls football team. Rosie Robson having having a discussion with the referee. Barradine's goalkeeper kicks to their defender. The Blue Lions pressing ahead. Can they score is the question on everyone's minds. Barradine midfielders taking it to their strikers. In hot pursuit by a Blue Lion, and one of the Blue Lions kicks it out. And you saw this yesterday with the Blue Lions as they were taking on Rangitoto College. When the play wasn't going their way, they just kicked the ball out to reset the rhythm. A very common and useful tactic in association football. Goalie for St. Kitts gives the ball to one of their defenders, brings it close to midfield, but Westlake take charge once again. Oh. Hopefully our player is okay, and it appears that she took a ball to the face. And as we do see in football, most of us use Facebook, and sometimes, unfortunate circumstances, very much our players are interacting with Facebook. We have an assistant coming in to help our young one from St. Kitts. We hope she's good. Tēnei wātu, kaore he piro tō te taha Westlake, kaore anō hoki he piro tō te taha St. Kitts.
Kiki!
Westlake being the Decile 1 school on Auckland's North Shore, and St. Kitts another Decile 1 school in the Eastern. Just taking some time off to make sure that the St. Kitts girl is
Accidental. Let's go, girls.
Oh! Oh, nice recovery from the Blue Lions and Barradine. Barradine have the ball now. Pursuing towards the goal. The Blue Lions continue to deny every request from Barradine for an additional point. If this morning was an indication, this may come down to a draw and a penalty shootout. Rosie Robson pushing for the ball again with her characteristic pigtail or ponytail with a bow. Barradine Kaitiaki. Tango ana i te poro. Kua whana anō i te poro. Kea ngā raiona i nai anei. Kea tonu. Ngā raiona. Oh! Rosie Robson reaches for the ball. Slips in the process. And Blue Lions roaring for the ball. Can they get it off Barradine? And no. Maintaining possession as they come into midfield. But if Westlake have anything to say about that, that's about to change. Nice slip from the Blue Lions. Bring the ball back into midfield. Can they make the transition to an effective counter-attack? Koina te pātai nui I tēnei wā tonu. Kea Wikitoria Whatiaki. Whanatu ki tana hoa. E toro ana. I te paiu. Ke anō. Ke ngā raiona anō. E tatari ana Rosie Robson. Ma te kai ana I te poro mo te whaipiro. Kea Barradine tonu te poro. Tērā te whaia, te nama whā o Barradine, ki te paiu. Whanatu, kapohia e te kaitiaki o Mags.
What a kick!
Another slip there. St. Kitts go for the goal. Gets grabbed by the Kaitiaki. By the Westlake Kaitiaki. She rolls it to her defenders. And that's something I haven't seen much over these past few games. The Kaitiaki, the goalies, rolling the ball. Most of them said a lot of times they prefer to kick it than try and get it into midfield. Coming up to the 29th minute, 2/3 of the way into the first half of Westlake Girls High in St. Kitts. Whai tonu ana Barradine, ki te pero, aukati hia. Aukati hia e ngā raiona kikorangi. Kei te kaha tonu a Rosie Robson ki te tohu e tana tira. Kawe a makarona, ho mai te poro.
Oh, that's a squeal? That must be Meg's ball.
Let's go!
Let's say, girls, get in, let's go!
One of the girls, one of the Blue Lions has had a slip. And the referee calls for assistance.
Just like we practiced, Emily.
Barradine, come in quickly. Barradine.
Injury. Yeah.
Westlake going for the point. Can they score? Can they prevail against St. Kitts? Will the Shore beat the East today? And the referee calls penalty. E hui tahi ana ngā raiona kikorangi. Te āhua nei. Oh no, Barradine have the throw in. Blue Lions are using all the kung fu they can muster to bring the ball back into the side that they want. Coming up to the end of the first half, Mags are yet to score, but they've prevented Barradine from getting another point. They learned their lesson, refusing to yield another point after an early score from Barradine. And you'll notice that when I speak our reo rangatira, Victoria Whatiaki becomes Wikitoria Whatiaki. No reira kua huaina e au, he ingoa Māori mana. Wikitoria being the Māori term for Victoria. Barradine throws the ball back in, bring it into play. Blue Lions deny their jostling for position. St. Kitts pushing for the goal, but do they have the numbers to take advantage? And it appears that they do not. How was our goalie who may have taken the slip? Is she okay? Ko te tūmanako e pai ana. Coming up to the end of the first half, Westlake Girls, St. Kentigans, and neither side is yet to score. He tohu e nei o ngā pūkenga pa pairawa o ngenei tima e rua. E tuki ana I tēnei wā tonu. Nure koine te tūmomo o te whutu pauro puikiri e kai ngākau ana. Kai ngākau hia ana e mātou, e tātou I tēnei wā tonu. Rai ki te rai, wai ki te wai. The future of NZ football, you're looking at it right now. Barradine with another point. Rosie Robson trying to rally her team. E mate kai ana Rosie I te poro. Kia whai piro mo tana tima. Ma tana kapa. Oh, titiro ati ki tērā. Wai, tērā kōtiro o Barradine e huri haere ana, e pī karakari ana. Ko ngā tatauranga inaia nei, e rua ngā piro ki te taha Barradine, kaore ngā piro ki te taha o Max. Westlake goalie, dressed in electing to bring the ball into midfield for the benefit of her team. Received head to head. Coming up to the 35th minute, even team is yet to score. For those of you that aren't able to tune into Channel 5 today and you want to watch these games, you can watch them on YouTube. Go to @Whakātamori on YouTube. Once you reach the Whakātamori page, look at the football playlist and you will see all of the games of the New Premier Girls Secondary School Football Tournament. Victoria Whatiaki taking their tuki square on the rai. Bringing the ball around and in the middle. Can the Blue Lions capitalise on these gains? Or will Barradine counter-attack for another point? Don't let the score fool you here, Tiwi. Both sides are putting up an incredible defence and an incredible attack.
Yeah, Isma, you take this one. On my head, on my head.
Te takaumā tahi o te tima o Mount Albert Grammar, ko Tabby Middleton tērā. E whiu ai te poro ki Rosie Robson. Tērā kohine tāroroa, teitei, ma te kaiana i te whai piro. Me ngā piro, ma tana kapa. Rosie Robson furiously chasing the ball. Coming up to the end of the first half, just past the 37th minute. No points on either side for Westlake or St. Kitts. Goldie brings the ball back into play, trying to bring it into midfield, but goes straight out.
I wonder.
Wikitoria Whatiaki going for the tuki for the goal. Trying to finish off the first half strong with a point for Mags. Tēnei te karanga. Te rō o ngā raiona kikorangi. Ahakoa, despite being behind by 2 points, the hunger is still there. You can see the passion and the excitement of the Mags, of the Blue Lions. 2 points down, but they're not giving up. Barradine leading by 2 points. And we'll be back very soon after halftime.
Being a rural school, travel is always a huge cost when playing sport at St George's Bay College. With the funding from Apollo projects, we've been able to lower travel costs to allow more students to participate in secondary school competitions. Where families have more than one child participating in sport and participating in more than one sport, the financial impact can be huge. Thank you to Apollo projects for the huge difference you have made to our students' participation levels in sport.
It's a big thank you to Apollo Projects for providing the funding to have Apollo run this program. Not only for us, but all the other schools. It makes a big difference to get some kids more active. The funding from Apollo has been spread across 14 team trips this year. It's been a big help to them, and they're really appreciative of Apollo for being able to provide it for us.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't. This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather 20 years ago.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
Want to catch a fuel bargain with Caltex and Supergold? Scan your Caltex app, Flybuys or Airpoints for 6 cents off per litre with Pumped. And show your Supergold card for an extra 2 cents off. Ah, feels good.
I just want to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for taking the initiative and supporting schools like ours.
It's really important they have that outlet to come to kura for another reason other than curriculum, and for some reason in our water our kids just breathe sport, and having that resource here makes life that much more enjoyable and they can keep doing what they're good at.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport is hugely beneficial.
It's a real privilege, but for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
So sponsorship from New Zealand Carbon Farming has been fantastic for our sports teams actually who went away to tournament week. We're a community who's driven by sport, but often money and the cost of travel, accommodation and uniform can be a barrier for some of our students. And to come out with a new uniform for a number of sports, particularly our basketball teams who've been away at nationals, has been uplifting for the students and for our community. The support from Carbon Farming has been wonderful.
Without them, then we wouldn't look like this.
Opportunity that we can't pass on.
Tau te mai anō. Nau mai hoki mai ki tēnei kēmu kei wānga I a Mount Albert Grammar rāua ko Barradine College. Ko Mount Albert Grammar ngā raiona kikorangi o ākarana. Ko haramai nei ki Taupo nui atia kei raru I te maru o tō tātou maunga tūpana a tau whara. Ko hautau takata o Bronson Pettit e kōrero atu ana ki a koutou. I tēnei wā tonu, ka papahongia ngēnei hōtaka ki runga I a whakaata Māori. Me mihi kātike ki ngā kai āwhina o te rā me ki a Apollo projects rātou ko Bailey's, ko Caltex, ko New Zealand Carbon Farming. And the girls from Mount Albert Grammar and Barradine College are about to begin again. We're starting off and coming back. We're hoping that the Blue Lions can stage a comeback. 2-0 as Barradine College have been able to sneak past their defences and get into goal twice in the first half. Rosie Robson standing there at the line with the ref. A very passionate and fast attacker, hoping to rally her troops. And we're just about to have the first kick-off. This game is between Westlake Girls High School on the North Shore versus St. Kentigans of Eastern Auckland. It's been a tough game. This first half, neither team has yielded a single point. So we're at 0-all coming into the second half. Waikahua, Waikatohu, Waikatoa. Who will win this match? We're here at the 2023 Premier Girls Football Tournament for our New Zealand secondary schools. We're coming off the back of the FIFA 2023 Women's World Cup. This is a great opportunity. Our girls have seen the best in the world, and now they're in the position where they could one day be the next. Kei te kaha tonu te whai o ngā rai o na kikorangi. See the Blue Lions here? They're trying their hardest to bring the ball back onto their desired side. They desperately need a counter-attack if they're to even the score. But make no mistake, the Blue Lions, they may be down, but they are certainly not out. And if Rosie Robson has anything to say on the matter, they'll be back up to even in no time. Victoria Fatiaki trying to get past the taller opponent to bring the ball into position. And Barrydean have the ball again. St. Kentigern's literally trying to get ahead of that play. Referee calling penalty here. St. Kentigern's. Can they score from this attack run? Not if Westlake can help it. And Westlake bring the ball back into midfield. It's just after 2 o'clock here in Taupo Nui Atia. Underneath the shadow of our Maunga Tauhara. Barrydean at the corner, about to bring the ball back into play. Can they get a goal from this? Oh, and it comes back to them. The Blue Lions trying to mount a counter-attack to bring the score back into even. If they can bring it up to 2, then they can get a penalty shootout. But as well as coming back from the brink to bring it up to 2-all, they also need to prevent further points. No rere ko te pātai i nāia nei, e pai ana kua nawhi te kaha o ngā kikorangi, o ngā rai o na kikorangi, ki te whakaorite-rite ngā tatauranga, koina te pātai nui. Me te mea hoki te āhua nei kua wharatetehi kei te taha o Barrydean. This brings back to my memory our all whites men's team at the last World Cup, where they were able to continue with 3 games without scoring a single point. But because they didn't yield a single point, they had reached further than any other New Zealand team in FIFA history. Westlake about to take the penalty kick. Will they go straight for goal, or will they use it to set up one of their players. And it looks like they're setting up one of their players. Ball slipping through her hands, through the goalkeeper's hands, but she was able to recover. And again, Westlake continue to press forward, hoping to score a point that will get them. Just need to get ahead. And it's the same for St. Kitts. St. Kitts will be asking themselves, can they get back into counter-attack? Can they change the rhythm of the game in their favour? But this nil-all status is a sign that these two teams are great at what they do. They haven't given up a single point, neither have they scored a single point. That's a testament to the quality of these two teams.
Ke Barradine, te whanawhiui nai nei. Kua whakawhiti ki, oh, that could have been another goal for Barradine. Very, very close. But the Blue Lions were able to defend their goal. So right now in the minds of Rosie Robson, she'll be wanting to rally her team to get them back into overdrive, get them into an effective counter-attack. And they have approximately 33 minutes to get the score back up to 2 for a penalty shootout, or to 3 for the win. And the Blue Lions elect to play a defensive play instead of taking the ball into midfield. That could be a dangerous move. Rosie Robson pushes forward. Tries to jump for the ball without harming her Barradine opponent. And that's one thing that I've seen over these past few days. The teams are very determined. They play hard, but they play fair. And when there have been injuries, it's very obvious that the girls are not trying to harm each other. They're just trying to win. So we have top quality teams here vying for supremacy, but they won't break the rules in the process. Kua whanaki waho. Oh, Rosie Robson pushes for the ball. Doesn't quite get it. Will the ref call penalty for that? We have timeout now. Back into play. Ref calls play on. Fiua ki roto. Blue Lions. Blue Lion defenders. Dribbling the ball back into midfield. Can they get it near the goal? Overall, the girls have yet to mount an effective counter-attack. But it's not for want of trying. Lesser teams have given way to the attacks of Mags. The Mags proving that they've got what it takes. Engari me mehi ka tika ki ngā kapa e rua nei. Kua hara mai te kaha, kua hara mai te pai, kua hara mai te āhua pai rawa ki runga I te whiore o Taupo Nui Atia. We're here live and direct to you from Crown Park under the shadow of Maunga Tauhara here in Taupo Nui Atia. Crown Park being the soccer field of choice for Taupons. Coming close to the 10th minute of the second half, Westlake Girls versus St. Kentigans. Kaore he piro to tēnā taha. Kore noi mo. Referee calls penalty, and that will be a St. Kent's kick. And it appears that she may go straight for goal. Passes it out to the centre to try and set up that shot. And the Westlake goalie dives for the ball. Kei te rere atu. Wikitoria Whatiaki. Ki te pōro. Kei a tonu, ngā raione kikorangi, he kaha tō rātou ki te kamakama, ki te whai tonu, ahako ngā piki me ngā heke, e whai ana ki te piro, engari I au kati hia e te kaitiaki. So far, Mount Albert Grammar is a 0, Mount Albert sporting the baby blue, as is their school colour, well known for the blue lion that represents their kura. Barrydine College, sporting the white with the brown trim along the sides. Barrydine College, being a Catholic school situated in Remuera. They've already shown to their opponents that kaore rātou mo te makarona, they're not here to muck around, they're not here to play, they're in for the win. 2 points to 0. 12 minutes into the second half, we have approximately 28 minutes for Mags to get those 2 points to bring the game to a draw to the penalty shootout. Can they do it? And if they can get 2, why not 3? 3 for the win, 2 for the shootout. Wai ka hua o wai ka tohu. Kāre tātou I te mōhio. 12.5 minutes into the second half. No points on either side. Westlake Girls and St. Kitts. The best of the shore versus the best of East Auckland. Ka whakaongi te pōro ki te papa whiore, te papa tākaro. Bit of a jostle for the ball. Westlake trying to press forward to advantage. Both goalkeepers on both sides are excellent. Both defenders on both sides are excellent. And the attacks on both sides are just ridiculous. These games are being brought to you on Whakaata Māori in association with Apollo Projects, Bailey's, Caltex and New Zealand Carbon Farm. Incredible throw-in from Westlake Girls. That running start. Putting the hands right back, using the triceps and the follow-through. These games are being played for the 2023 Premier Girls Secondary School Football Tournament here, live and direct, Crown Park, Tauhara, under the Taupo Nui Atia. Taupo Nui Atia, of course, being the full name for Taupo. Blue Lions continue to press. Can they get a point? Coming up to 15 minutes left. Sorry. 25 minutes left. The Blue Lions have 25 minutes to get to 2 points. 2 points will get them the penalty shootout. 3 points will get them the win. And in previous games, I talked about how this corner was the unwanted corner. Nobody wanted to sit here. But now that Barradine and Mags are playing, such is not the case. That corner has plenty of support, plenty of people sitting around. Makes it easier for the goalie. Blue Lions have the ball. Ball is in midfield now. Can the Blue Lions slip through the midfield to set up the goal? Barradine taking the ball back. You can see them positioning for a counter-attack. But resetting the ball is what they get instead. Rosie Robson taking the ball to midfield, passing it to centre. She gets the ball back again, past the Barradine defender, passing it off to one of her compadres, one of her partners in time. Kei waho kei te pōro I nāia nei. Slate girls preparing to throw the ball in. Coming up to 16 minutes in the second half. Some 24 minutes left to score. Otherwise, if it persists like this, it'll be a wonderful penalty shootout. Referee calls penalty. That would be a free kick for St. Kitts. The Blue Lions' latest counter-attack. Not quite working, but they'll carry on despite the opposition from Barradine. And of course, Barradine College, being a Catholic school in Remuera, Auckland. Full name being Barradine College of the Sacred Heart. One of the premier schools in Auckland. Approximately 1,350 girls attending with a staff of 75. Set up in 1909. Mount Albert Grammar, being located in central Auckland. Used to be a school for boys, but in the past couple of decades became a co-ed school, being founded in 1922. And their crest
I'm here if you need. Man, Millie.
And right now, coming up to the 20th minute, halfway during the second half, Mags relentlessly vying for those 2 points that they need to draw. Barradine continues to press forward. And that was an attempt from the Blue Lions to push ahead for the goal. Not quite successful. So, both schools over 100 years old. And was that a claim? Was that an appeal to the referee? Nope. Barradine takes a fall, but even on her back, she can still vie for the ball. Victoria Fatiaki pushing forward. Rosie Robson waiting for the setup. But she keeps herself busy while waiting. Another attempt for goal, but the ball goes over. Halfway into the second half. We're at 0-2 to Barradine. Baby Blue Lions press forward. And this side of the field has become the unwanted half and corner, with not enough people on the sides to grab the ball when it goes over. Number 11 from Mags, that's Tabby Middleton, throws the ball back in. Tabby Middleton again, playing for position. Ball thrown into the number 5 from Barradine, namely Katie Bruh. Rosie Robson trying to box out her opponent. Appealing to the ref over her fall. I'm not doing anything wrong, ref. I'm just doing my job, yet here I am on the ground. Tabby Middleton again, trying to do what's best for her team. Can the Blue Lions come through with those 2 points that they need for the penalty shootout? And while attempting to bring the ball back into play, ball bounces off Barradine. E te ata tonu nei, I tākoro hia a Maclean's College, rāua ko Waikato Dio. Sorry, that was yesterday. And then Mount Albert Grammar took on Rangitoto. St. Peter's took on Rangiruru. Whangarei took on Hillcrest High. Stoppage here. Are we in timeout is the question. Westlake Girls and St. Kentigans. Looks like the referee has called a stop. to give a judgment call and some instructions. Ko te pātai ia, waikahua waikatumu. Into the 23rd minute of the second half, neither side has yet to yield a point. Will this end in a penalty shootout? Will there be a last minute goal? Koina te pātai ia. E kaha tonu ana ngā kura takahi puni e rua. E rua. Both sides mounting great forward attacks, defending with dedication, attacking with ferocity. But all throughout the game, the girls continue to fight fair. They're not trying to hurt each other, they're just in for the win. Fewer e Barradine. Kea ngā rai ona te pōro. Oh, whanahia e Barradine. Whaia ana e ngā rai ona. Whanahia e Barradine. Whaia tonu ana e ngā rai ona. Mags continue to push forward. And Barradine takes the ball out. And St. Kitts, along with Westlake Girls, showing incredible resilience, having yet to yield a single point in this semi-finals game. These games are being brought to you in association with Apollo Projects, Bailey's, Celtics, New Zealand Carbon Farming, and of course, Whakaata Māori, te kāinga tūturu o ngā hākina ki ngā rangatahi. Opportunity for St. Kitts. Can they capitalise? Is this an opportunity for a goal or is it a setup for greater things? Heads for goal and point! Piro! Kua whai piro, te kapa o St. Kitts, ki te kapa o Westlake Girls. Ko tahi te piro o te taha o St. Kitts, ko tahi te piro. Coming into the 23rd minute of the second half. The very first point of the game goes to St. Kitts. Orere ko te pātai ia. Te kaumā whitu ngā miniti kei te toi. E āhei ana, e pai ana te kaha, e kaha tonu ana. E kaha tonu ana. Oh! Did our cameraman get hit with that ball?
Let's go, Max. Let's play like that. Follow pipes. Yeah, that's you. Behind me, so.
No complaints from our man. Seems that all is well.
Again!
Ka tahi anō a Mags kia whiwhi piro. Looked like Rosie Robson was going for the side kick there. Trying to side kick the ball. So in the last 11 minutes of the game, kua mahu tamai te pātai nui, e a hei ana a Mags ki te whiwhi i te kotahi piro hei whaka ōritirite i te tauranga o te kēmu. One more point by the end of the game will make it a penalty shootout. 2 points for the win. Goalkeeper brings the ball back into play. Throw in for Mags. Oh, one of the Barradine players takes the ball to the face. Hopefully she's okay.
What, Alba? Stop what? No, hey, no, only for what? That, right? Ball to the head. No. Come, girl, come in. Yeah, let's go.
Play resumes. Oh no. Blue Lions resume the play. Barradine being more than happy to play Kung Fu with the ball. And in past games, this corner has been the unwanted corner. No spectators here. Although it's been keenly populated now. Makes it easier for when the ball comes out of play. Oh, will Barradine score again? No. Wharawhiu mo ngā raiona. Perfect setup. Ball gets bounced back. Can Mags bring the game to a draw by the end of the game, or can they make 2 more points for the win? Ball slips past Rosie Robson. She's pushing now. Can she back hit? Oh. A lot more players, a lot more supporters turning up for this game than in the other games. Mags have already proven that they can play a great game, and so have Barradine. In the last 7 minutes, can Mags equalise the score? Oh, bit of a push there from Rosie Robson. Barradine. Oh, ball comes off. Ball comes off the Blue Lions. Tata ki te mutu, te kēmu nei. E ono ngā rima, e ono ngā miniti kei te toi. Whiu anō e Mags. Both teams struggling to get the ball out of the corner. Kua pahure mai te miniti 34, no reire e ono ngā miniti kei te toi. Kei te kaha tonu, a tima e rua nei, aha ko te piki me ngā heke. Oh, and Westlake tried to get in for a goal. Penalty kick for St. Kitts. Can they capitalise on this for another point? Westlake reply with a firm no, bringing the ball back into midfield. Coming up to 4 minutes left between Mags and Barradine College. Oh, Rosie Robson and one of her opponents takes a fall and they help each other up. Is this the time for Mags? Can Mags get that 1 point? They've got 3.5 minutes left. Can they get one more point? Oh, ball goes over. Rosie Robson attempting to block that pass. Ball going over her. Blue Lions bringing the ball into midfield. Trying to bring it into centre for Rosie to score. Not quite. And Barradine leg slapped the ball out to touch. Ball goes out. And again, the corners have switched. In the morning, it was the opposite corner that was where nobody was sitting, but now this half of the field has become the part where nobody's sitting. Goalie passes it out to a fellow defender, gets it over the heads of the Mags girls. That was number 11, Tabby Middleton. Engari me mihi ka tika ki te koi o ngā pūkenga o Barradine, Rāua ko Mags. Both teams have brought their A-game today. But the question is the A-game of Mags enough to get that penalty shootout? They need that. They need one more point in the next minute. If they can get that point, then they'll have a chance to win. Or will Barradine finish strong with another point? And Mags say no. And full-time score is 1 to Mags, 2 to Barradine College. Me mihi ka tika ki te u me te kaha o ngā tira e rua nei. Mags putting up a valiant defence in the face of the Barradine assault. Both teams have done really well today. Mags, hold your heads up high. And that's it for now, and we shall see you again at 3:15. Ko Bronson Pettis tēnei, e pāpaho ana ki a koutou ki runga i a whakaata Māori. And full time is Westlake Girls 0, St. Kitts 1. This has been a great game. Both sides have shown resilience and determination. And we'll see you again at 3:15 ki runga i a whakaata Māori. Ko Bronson Pettis tēnei e mihi atu ki a koutou. Sorry guys, that was a bit tricky. Kei te mihi atu ngā tere e rua. E mau i ngā poraka kikorangi a Mags. Ko Barradine tērā e mau ana i ngā poraka mā me te brown trim. He kona i te iwi, hei te koa te i te toru.